Okay, this is Salison Lodge. Dave Kendall moderated a panel discussion entitled, What a Supplier Expects from a Distributor, and What a Distributor Expects from a Supplier. The pros and cons were discussed by Bob Welder, Don Piper, Dave Schuster, Howard Schwartz, Doug Miller, and Bill Rothwell. Their interchange of ideas provoked thoughtful questions and comments from the audience. Slide 1. This is where we start getting confusing now here. After a short coffee break, Andy Turner. Who was Andy Turner with? Does anybody remember? Esna? Okay. He moderated a panel with Mel Seitz from Service Supply, Jim Layden, you all know Jim, Jack Sherman, Bud Porteous, and George Wasmer, contributing various thoughts as to the best means of selling in a recession market. We probably could use that same talk today. Then there was another excellent discussion with Eric Cohn, Dick Knowles, and Joe Fuller. And Joe Fuller at that time was an importer. Now he's a domestic manufacturer, presenting the importer side. And Tommy Thompson, John Allen, and John Veach representing the domestic manufacturers. Okay, we could show another slide there if you want to punch that button. I don't know who this guy is. Who's this guy? Has he got the same shirt on? Who's this guy over here? I don't know him. I don't remember who that was. Steve, is he your sales manager? Okay, that was, I don't know where that was. I think that was, where did I say it was La Costa?
Could be Coeur d'Alene.
Coeur d'Alene? Try another one, where? No, these are old ones. Try another one.
That was fine?
Yeah. That was empty. There's Dale Hall, myself, and of course you remember this guy too. I believe he's deceased, but Orville Neese. What a great guy he was. And how do you like the leisure suit and the...
I like the mustache, George.
Yeah, I still have that suit, but Mary Lou won't let me wear it.
I like the dark hair.
Let's go to the next one. Oh, we're not ready for that one yet. Okay, this is the people that were at La Costa were attending the. Got to get the old one off there. They were attending the meeting, and Bill, I didn't know that you ever worked for anybody else. I didn't.
Anyway.
It had to be Pell Mell. And Richard, where's Richard? Is he still around in the industry?
Yeah.
Is it Las Vegas? Has he got the? Is it a hot hitter? Is it over there?
Yeah, non-ferrous manufacturing and also his coffee distribution.
And then,
Porsche.
huh?
He owns a Porsche dealership.
Oh, does he? Well, he's done well. Dave and Dick, you all know. Sorry Dave couldn't be here. He's a very close friend. And Bristol, unfortunately you're not here. I'll tell a couple stories about Ray here. But Virgil and Ben and Bob Lehman was at Bell. Of course, I have Joyce's name in there because she was always a better athlete than he was. I mean, every time they have a golf tournament, everybody chose her first to be on their team. Bob was kind of last. And then Billy Parker, Bill Parker and Jim Layden there, of course, were there. Hope you all remember some of these people. I think you do. This is La Costa. Ray Bristol of Ray Bristol Company will never buy from Lake Erie Screw again. And unfortunately, everybody knew at the meeting, and most of the people that commented on it told me later that it was a little ridiculous that they discussed with everybody what was going on between us. Ray Sr. put his arm around me, shook hands, and invited me outside to punch me in the nose. But they appeared to be upset with John Harrington, who had John Harrington Company out there, was selling our grade 8s at the time, that would bust the market in the Northwest. I personally think we're 100% right, and most of the manufacturers think we are too. I guess Ray just thinks he has a lock on the territory and nobody can come into the Northwest. Is that the way it was? Is that right? Okay, in 1977, the NFDA meeting in March, my note here reads, Ray Bristol of Ray Bristol Company apologized for taking a punch at me in California and said he was really upset that RB&W had cut him off after 20 years of selling to the distributors. At this point, it's confirmed that RB&W cut off Ray Bristol Company, Florida, and Florida Bolt & Nut, and apparently all of the distributors throughout the country. They are going to sell only to their own outlets and to the OEMs. This is 1977. There was nobody representing RB&W at this meeting as they had just joined. I guess they were afraid of getting punched in the nose. They were registered, but nobody showed up. Joe Taddy was put on the board of directors, but for some reason canceled at the last minute. There must be something afoot at RB&W. The next note, Cecil Couch of Canton Bolt. At that time, Cecil had a company in Canton, Ohio, and he was manufacturing some long parts, and he was also a distributor. Had dinner with Cecil and introduced him to most everybody at the meeting. He was new at this meeting. I think he was appreciative of this because I gave him some good contacts.
Thanks, George.
Also, I set up an opportunity for him to go fishing with American Fasteners, so I'm sure that he can make his own arrangements with that company. I don't know why I ever helped you out. Now, this is Cecil. He started out at National Screw with a manufacturer, and then he went to a manufacturer distributor, another manufacturer distributor, a hot header, manufacturer, another manufacturer, structural distributor, a distributor, and now he's with an importer. Did I miss anything in there?
Master distributor.
A master distributor. Mike and Carol, maybe you'd want to write a book, not a magazine, not an article, but maybe a book. Yeah. Eddie Murray is going for his 500th home run, and I think that maybe Cecil is trying to be the one in our industry that works for the most companies. I asked him last night how long he's going to stay for Reynolds, and he says, well, probably for at least 2 months. Quote, listen, that won't get out of this room. In 1980, moving along, we're up into the 80s now, so we haven't got too far to go. Monogram is now owned by us, has attained a $10 million unsecured 7-year bank loan at an 11% interest rate. It was arranged with the bank. That doesn't matter. They had an unsecured, but I don't think Brian Campbell would be too happy with paying that kind of interest today. But that's one of our companies, and then consolidated about Jim Simmons. Is that the guy that's in Chicago? Is that the same?
Northwest.
He's in Northwest?
First before he was out.
Oh, does he?
It was Harvard.
Oh, that's right. Okay. But he joined the staff at Consolidated Bolt. Just throw this stuff around here. Now this is, I pulled this out of Distributor Link. And this is 1980. The thing I liked about this is that all the new officers that pledged to take LAFA relies on valuable assets both to its members and community. They're going to, some of the events planned for 1980 were some of the exciting things here on this next page. Golf and tennis, dinner dance, Las Vegas trip. This is something they want to do to help the industry a lot. Distributors and suppliers from all over the country will be invited to attend these meetings, and of course they got a good turnout because who doesn't like to dance, you know? Have things changed? Were you in charge at that time? I noticed we didn't have dancing last night. Now I'd like to switch into the law a little bit and just tell you a couple of things that have happened over the years. But I wanted to tell you one story about Conrad Burns. No, that's not the one. Let it go. Now you probably know some of these guys. What were we doing in Washington? Bill, who are we, was that Rockefeller?